It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Are we seeing any of the similar tire issues like we saw last week, or is it completely different from what you had?
No, you know, Atlanta is such a unique animal and racetrack to itself. I mean, you don't really see those issues here. You're not running up against the wall here. I mean, some guys will be, but I won't be. You know, the track surface itself is not as abrasive. I think that you're going to see a decent amount of fall off. And to be honest with you, I never ran more than a single lap in practice. You know, so every time I was on the track, we were focused on qualifying. I could answer that question better for you tomorrow after we make some race runs.
Claire.
Congratulations. And Claire Beelang, XM, you got some help from Dale Jr.'s team today, and is that right? Is that what you had said?
Well, we looked at their setup from the last time we were here. They won the pole here in April, and so Steve Letarte looked at their setup quite a bit. We started similar, not exactly the same, but in that direction. And by the time practice was over, we were almost identical to what they had.
And can you talk a little bit about what it really does for your team? They were all standing out there by the car. They've battled it through a lot. It takes a lot of confidence to weather the storm and say, we'll learn for next year. We'll do the best we can. But what does it do for your team?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, I think we have a strong team that is, you know, they're close, but they're fighters and they don't give up. But you still have to have glimmers of hope and confidence builders. And it's amazing just the slightest little thing that can turn that around. And just, I know it's just the pole, but you know, for us it's the pole at Texas, and you know, that's a big deal. And I think you could see it on the face of all the guys on the team, you know, and how excited they are and proud they are of what we pulled off today.
Kenny, good.
Kenny Bruce, NASCAR scene. If you guys find a car that is fast off the truck like that, and you can adjust it and it reacts to the adjustments the way you want it to, why does it not do that when you run it somewhere else? Or why do other cars that you guys generate out of your shop not react?
Because every track's different. I mean,
how much different is it between like the 1.5 miles, for instance?
Night and day. I mean, last week's Atlanta is like the difference between Martinsville and Bristol. I mean, it's a half-mile racetrack, but they're not even close. And that's the difference between Atlanta and here as well, you know. And I mean, some of it you just can go to Goodyear and say, you know, how much is your tire different from track to track, and that can tell you something about the racetrack. But the only tracks that I think that are similar in 1.5 miles is Kansas to Chicago, and even those two tracks are quite a bit different, but they're not near as far apart as Atlanta is to say here at Texas or Charlotte. And it's, you know, you would need to get up with the engineers, not just our engineers, but the engineers of the racetracks to really know the difference. I mean, you're talking about elevation changes, banking changes, surface, and how the paving and what kind of polymers are in the pavement. I mean, all those things change, you know, a racetrack, where the bumps are located, how severe the bumps are. And, you know, to me, Texas is a great track, but it's one of the most challenging 1.5 miles that we have on the circuit. It's long straightaways, pretty narrow corners, but yet good banking, flat straightaways, and pretty abrupt transitions getting in the corners. And so you have a lot going on, you know, from the straightaway to the corner back to the straightaway, you know, and everything wants to push you out to the wall off the corner. So it's not an easy track to get around. And I'm not just saying that because you know, my stats aren't good. It's just that's the facts. Anybody will tell you that.
Any more questions for Jeff?
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Yeah, I appreciate it.